Hello? Test. Hello? Okay. So, this is the first, hopefully it works, first uploaded VOD to this channel. I figured out how to upload it, which means sadly, episodes 1 through 7 of Chapter 1 of Myths of the Nexus are lost to time, minus the clips, until I figure out how to find it. But this stream will just be me explaining the series as to what we have come up with for right now, what roles characters will play, who the characters are, who plays them, and the set in stone lore that we have set so far. Because I know it may seem like a goofy series, but there's an actual story behind it, I promise. But basically, Myths of the Nexus is a story about people who fall into another dimension, which we call the Nexus. From this dimension, there are hallways of portals and gateways to different dimensions. Obviously, the first to find it are myself and my other friend Pokey. Our characters are known as the author and the librarian. There will be character names given eventually. That is something that I need to discuss with other co-creators. Now, from this point where they fall into the Nexus, they immediately start getting to work. They build buildings, libraries, meeting rooms, even a place to pick up other people who fall into the Nexus. Now, here's a little secret that I'm going to let you in on. I haven't let my co-creators in on. The whole reason why they're jumping dimensions is to find a way out. They're going to be very disappointed, is the only hint that I'm going to give. That can mean a lot of things. It can mean there's no exit. It can mean there's endless portals. And that by the time they finally find the exit, they're probably going to be old already. Which, actually no, never mind, scratch that. The Nexus stops time completely. So whatever dimension they fell from is completely paused in time until they escape. But it's a series me and Pokey came up with. All lore is discussed between cast members. And speaking of cast members, we're going to go down the roster. I myself, I'm the author of the Nexus. You could find me on many different social medias. Pokey is the librarian of the Nexus. I don't know where the hell you could find him. And the other cast members, they don't have titles just yet. That will be discussed in due time. But Milo, also known as Andrew and Drag, with the A and Drag being a 4. You can find them on Twitch. You can find my buddy KBK if you're lucky, because not even I found him yet. And our buddy Gavin, who goes by Turtle Man for God knows what reason. I think he's got an obsession or something. You can find him wherever. But this is a little project that we want to start. We're hoping we can get big. So if y'all could spread the word to friends or whatever, that'd be great. Or we're going to continue on explaining what the Nexus is. I envisioned it as a gateway throughout time. It's a little point frozen in time. Whenever you get there, all time on the outside is frozen. There's long hallways of portals, huge libraries spanning across God knows how long. Of course, we're not going to build all that because we're lazy-ish. But the library is full of books that Pokey and Raven have written themselves from different dimensions that they have traveled and conquered. But the point that we're starting, Chapter 1, is just one of many tales. It is an RPG style chapter. They have their own roles, classes, bosses they need to beat. It is also where they meet Gavin, KBK, and Milo. I keep sidetracking, my bad, guys. But the first thing that the author and the librarian did when they got into the Nexus was find a way to harness the energy of the rifts in time to make portals. And from there, they made their first portal hallway, each leading to a different dimension. Now, the Nexus and their portals work odd. Once you go through, you are given certain requirements to leave the dimension. For Chapter 1, they are required to beat the boss of that dimension, as well as the Ender Dragon. And in the most recent episode, we got our asses handed to us by that boss because we thought it would be easy. But I digress. The Nexus is beyond human comprehension. It is an endless, wide expanse of field. Nobody knows how it works. There will be an explanation about that eventually in a chapter. And the Nexus will not be shown until the end of Chapter 1. As for the reasoning of why the first ever recorded video will be episode like 8 or something. We'll just go with I spilt water on my book. But yeah, within this series, there will be different mods throughout different chapters. There are heavy themes of the 7 deadly sins involving our characters. Is actually the main reason why we are in the Nexus to begin with. There will be character arguments. There will be themes of betrayal. Themes of brotherhood, obviously. There are also many funny segments and goofy ass jokes that we make. For those who were in the stream, you know what I mean. Every character will have a fatal flaw, and those will be discussed eventually. Every chapter, every character will have a different role to play, each role being different from the last. For instance, my character, Chapter 1, his goal is to get us out of the dimension they're in, back to the Nexus. Let's say, for instance, Chapter 7, we haven't pointed out that far, he could become corrupted or be a villain. Every chapter, our roles are different. Same character, maybe have a different influence, maybe have a different outlook based off of the previous dimension. But that will be discussed throughout streams, throughout episodes, and throughout behind the scenes stuff. Lore will be dropped subtly and in little tiny spatters throughout streams. So, that means it's up to y'all to find out the lore. Nah, I'm joking. At the end of every chapter, we will have what we call segue episodes. This will involve or entail all the characters of whoever we get on the line at the time sitting around a little table. We discuss what happened, what will happen, and what information and advancements we got from that chapter. We will then sign a book and put it in the library. We will then vote among ourselves what portal to go through next. And then each separate stream will have its own character interaction moment, which will involve us picking amongst ourselves who to interact with to develop, I guess, personal lore. And then we jump through the portal and the stream ends, which will segue into the next chapter. So far, we have a couple, by we I mean me, have a few chapters already kind of planned out on what will be in them mod wise, and a few concept names and hints for y'all of these 6 chapters we have planned out so far are Soulbound Heroes Part 1. That is the current one. The Eternal Plague. The Ancient Beasts. The Cursed Moon. Soulbound Heroes Part 2. And Devil's World. Those are concept names. They're not set in stone. And for those of you Undertale fans, there will be ever so slight concepts of the 7 souls involving our characters. We have slowly cooking up for chapters 1 and 2. I feel like y'all will really enjoy. There will be heavy themes of bravery, stupidity, and tomfoolery. Also some character development. So it's not all jokes and games. I will have a slight warning though. There will be themes of trauma, bipolar representation throughout characters. There's a lot of swearing, obviously. There'll be themes of insanity, overcoming trauma, themes of betrayal, and even, if we're daring, some representation of our own trauma through our characters. And if this somehow gets big from our, I guess, we get a slight fan base, feel free to ask us about our characters. Feel free to ask, I don't know, what's his favorite color? Or what's her favorite outdoor activity or stuff like that. We'll answer. But yeah, Myths of the Nexus is the stories of this little group, which I would say are bound by fate, trying to find a way out of the Nexus, writing down their trips throughout different dimensions and stories as they go along. There will be conflict, there will be antagonists, and for feeling it, there might be even one episode or 2 episode characters that just leave afterwards. Special guests. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, that's what they're called. I don't understand how people do this, how people stream. It's kind of weird just kind of walking around my room talking to myself, but also not. But, yeah. The only context you're getting for episodes 1 through 7 of chapter 1 are we got our classes, we built base, and we fooled around. This is where the real stuff starts. I do thank the 10 followers I have, which also fun little goal. That's a nice little goal. The 10 followers we have for sticking with us. And I'd like to thank my co-stars who are my best friends for helping me out with this. I will try to stream every day to give y'all new content. Okay, moving on back to what our ideas are for the Nexus itself. We have a world being made by us. There will be libraries, a meeting room, little decorations, housing, and obviously the portal hallway, which consists of, I think, 9 portals so far. But it will be expanded if we feel like pushing it past 9 chapters. I'm thinking of planning out a side series I don't know what it'll be about just yet. What else could we discuss? That's on the table. To give you all something to watch while I do this. So this is what chapter 1 looks like. Bit of a interesting chapter. It's been a very interesting chapter actually. We have an RPG mod installed as stated before. This mod includes classes, abilities, weapons, and a boss. Different little creatures running around. Now, as for chapter 2, it'll be decided amongst us. It will either be Eternal Plague or Ancient Beasts. Take that as you will. The worlds that we that we use for streaming are made by me. They are completely blank slates. Only thing added are the add-ons. As I'm going to show now, we have it on normal difficulty. There is no cheats turned on. What happens, happens. Nothing is really scripted out because we haven't really done lore yet. How boss fights go is how they go. What we find is what we find. For instance, it is day 74. The last time I streamed on this world, it was day 73. Well, into day 74, and I just made my first diamond pickaxe, which is the first diamond pickaxe of this world. It took us 74 in-game days to get that. Because our spawn sucked, but we went with it. What happens, happens. I want our content to be original, not try to leave everything up to fate and RNG. And let our brains do the thinking. But, yeah, it's a little Minecraft series we're working on. I know, I'm everywhere today, guys. I'm switching topics so much. Blame my ADHD. I don't know. Blame the autism for all I care. But really all this series is a bunch of nerdy idiots who like character writing and stuff just kind of got together and said, let's make a Twitch series. There is an account that I found on TikTok which popped up pretty quickly after I made the first couple of streams. I would like to discuss that, actually. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, let's see, because I'd like to actually promote this account, because he promotes us. Oh, let's see. Oh my God, why is my phone so loud? It's Nexus Funny Moments. Popped up out of nowhere. Start uploading clips. I don't know who he is, but apparently he's the biggest fan of the series. Which is crazy because nothing's really happened yet, so I got a good feeling about this. I'm sorry, I keep segueing away. Our plans for this is to just stream what we have eventually when we actually get good stuff to stream with and we do more content, become more popular. We'll do a reboot of the series. We'll do a nice little revamp. But yeah, basically, long story short, Nexus, point in between space and time. There's dimensional rifts that can be turned into portals, send you different dimensions, such as this one. Boss must be beaten, plus Ender Dragon, or whatever goal we set to leave that dimension. Chapter will be split up. Each chapter is a different story for a different dimension. Characters will have lore, will be developed, there will be storytelling. Most streams will be goofy, but there will be a couple serious ones. Like I said, themes that are really important to this are fatal flaws, the 7 deadly sins, the 7 holy virtues, mental health, and maybe some angst for all you trauma lovers. Is there such thing as a trauma lover? That's like such an odd term. But yeah, I don't know much about streaming. Like I said, this is we'll see where it goes kind of thing. But yeah, if you have any friends who might be interested in this kind of thing, please do promote the series. It's going to get interesting, I do promise. But yeah. I hope I did a good job explaining. I kind of suck at that kind of thing. But let me just I will see all of you in the next episode. I thank you very much.